What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome to Dead Alliance, a game which currently holds a review score of 3 out of 10 on Steam, making it about as appealing to most gamers as an overflowing sewer. But we're here today to see whether the reviews have been fair. We're going to wade on into the sewer and look at the AI run directly into a fence. Gentlemen, you can just walk around it. It's not difficult. I know you're zombies, but surely you can figure out how to just walk around a fence. Here, let me give you a hand. There's no friendly fire, and the game has just crashed on us. That is crash number 1. Should mention, game is still in beta. There might be a few problems, but it's okay, because the game's still being developed. And it's only going to launch in 3 weeks. That's plenty of time to fix all of these numerous bugs and issues. I'm not sure if I'm a terrible shot, or if the zombies die, and then take about 5 seconds to realise that they're actually being killed. You fill them full of bullets, then there's a slight delay before their head realises, oh, I've been shot. I should probably explode. Glad to see it's not just the zombies that take a while to die. The human characters, they've also got a few issues with actually falling over when they're supposed to. It's okay, these are all problems that can be fixed in 3 weeks before the game launches. I'm sure it's like students trying to do their homework. If you leave it until the night before the project is due in, it will be even more amazing, because as we know, game developers are renowned for working well under pressure. Okay, we're outside a window. That's good. Don't press any buttons, just keep walking. Walk away from the crazy window before we end up phasing into another dimension. Are you aware that you are bleeding fluorescent blood? Seriously dude, you're like a walking flare. And in the middle of the zombie apocalypse, I do not want a giant lit on fire dude following me around. Wow. You swing the knife, and then your gun just disappears? Or have I got the knife equipped? Have I dropped my gun? Where's my gun gone? I can still throw grenades. Oh, there's my gun. It's come back again. Now I've jammed my pistol up inside my own face. Now we're holding what appears to be a very small-scale version of one of those classic arcade games. Now we've got a rifle again, and the Texan Confederation wins. Never bet against Texas. Well, now I'm just thoroughly confused. We're going to have to go back in a third time, see if we can make sense of this game. Excellent, a heavy loadout, yes. This is what you want to be in a zombie apocalypse. Slow moving. This dude has clearly not been doing his cardio. Did he not watch Zombieland? Rule 2, cardio. Or is Rule 2 double tap? Actually, I think Rule 2 is thou shalt not enter the same room as Emma Stone without trying to make out with her. Who killed this man? I shot him, but he seemed to fall over from shock. Oh, really? I'm glad to see that the Call of Duty 12-year-olds have now matured into Dead Alliance 13-year-olds. Chalk it up, that's crash number 2. The hell is a lane zombie? What, was he one of the ones that was working in the bowling alley when the zombie apocalypse struck? Must reset pins. Now, Dead Alliance's USB thingy that makes people want to buy it is that it's a co-op shooting game with zombie AI, and as you kill glowing zombies, they can join your team as special friendly zombies. The problem is, that by having all these extra characters, just makes the servers lag that little bit more. Killed jungle zombie. You're not supposed to call them that anymore. They're zombies from the Congo now. They have names. That one was called George. I don't know why we're helping Texas so much. I'm not sure why I would be in Texas if the apocalypse happened. But I'm glad to see that we're still remembering the Alamo even in the apocalypse. As long as one Texan survives, nobody will forget Davy Crockett. And the strange Disney film that was made about his life. That was the point of Song of the South, right? Ah, clever. This time, they ended the match before the servers crashed. The developers are getting smarter. I'm glad the zombie shooting game gives you a 60-second warm-up before the start of each match, just in case you aren't quite ready to shoot zombies in a video game. That's way out of my wheelhouse. Something that crazy, I would need so much preparation time to get ready for. You may as well have just come up to me and said, "Hey, I've discovered the meaning of life." So, slow down. Gonna need some time to wrap my head around this one. All of the zombies die in the same way. That's no fun. I want to shoot their limbs off. I think that probably says more about me than the developers, but even so. You make a zombie game in this day and age, you've got to do something to make yourself stand out. And gratuitous explosions of body parts, well, that could only help. Holding a hill. Does this hill sell propane and propane accessories? The game did remember to put another team in here, right? Oh yes, there we go. Their one solitary team member has shown up. Oh no, that was two people standing back to back. And we've just got a quadra kill. Simply by standing next to a barrel with an LMG, we have killed 4 people. Make that 5 people. And 2 zombies. I would be amazing in the apocalypse. Whenever The Walking Dead happens for real, and judging by the way AMC's going, it probably will happen for real before too long, make certain to give me a call. I'm the guy you want on your side. So, there's no weapon recoil. I don't know if that's a bonus of this class, or if the developers just forgot to put it in. Now, here's the thing. I don't like being mean to game developers. There are a lot of developers out there that put a lot of work into their games, and even developers that I usually kick around for fun, like EA, there are still lots of hard-working individuals that work on those games, even if I don't necessarily like them. But with this one, I'm struggling to see whether anyone on the development team actually knew what they were doing. The whole point of it was to make a co-op, multiplayer zombie shooter. That's all this is, multiplayer with zombies. And you would think in a multiplayer focused game with lots of NPCs running around, the first thing you'd do is make certain there are plenty of strong, stable servers. But the servers here appear to just be 2 potatoes that are being held together with string. I mean, if your entire game hinges on whether or not your servers are good, you might want to invest a bit of money into them. At the very least, buy some more potatoes. Hooray, the socialists have won that round, and we're top of the leaderboard. We had 33 kills. The next highest had 13. I must be like a god to these people. Which, again, not a point in the game's favour. If you've seen any of my other videos, I'm bloody awful at video games.
Now have a skill streak ready to deploy.
Oh, also there are kill streaks in this game that have been renamed to skill streaks. They've literally just put an S on the front of the word. It has been a decade since the original Modern Warfare, and we haven't moved an inch in terms of innovation. I always, in these videos, when I'm doing like betas and things that are still in progress, I always try to give the game the benefit of the doubt, because it is still in development. Anything can happen between now and when it eventually launches. But I'm struggling to find something good to say here. The AI for the zombies is kind of weak. We've already seen them sprinting headlong into fences. The game itself isn't particularly challenging. There's no real skill involved, it is just the Call of Duty model. Point, shoot, and occasionally use kill streaks. You've got the enhanced zombies and all of that. They're basically the same as the special infected from Left 4 Dead. And that's been out for almost a decade by this point. I'm trying my best here, people, but I cannot find much good to say about this. The maps are... the maps are varied, at least. You got this one in some rundown streets, there was the previous one in a warehouse. There's at least colour. That's one cardinal sin of gaming from about 2007 to about 2012 that this game has not repeated. There's actually colour in this multiplayer shooting game. They don't just rely on brown. That's a point in the game's favour. That's a positive, right? Now you can call in drone strikes and the like. Unfortunately, to call it in, you have to stop moving. And you don't lie down and do the UAV thing like in Call of Duty, no, you just stop dead in the middle of the street. In a run and gun shooting game. That's the equivalent of just forgetting to jump in a platforming game. You may as well have just painted a giant target on your back whilst you're trying to use your skill streak's a dumb word. Kill streak at least made sense. It's a reward you get for getting multiple kills. Kill streaks. Skill streaks just sounds like another word for skid marks. You're more likely to find them in your underwear than you are in a video game. And we win again. Well done, Texas. So, that is Dead Alliance, available in just under a month's time. I hope you've enjoyed this look at a game which some people on Steam have charitably dubbed crap. But of course, that's not for me to judge, I'm just the messenger. And of course, if you've got a game you'd like to see played on this channel, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. But until next time, farewell everyone.